Hi and welcome to another Ninja Camp tutorial. This is Spiel. Today I'm going to show you guys how to sell a bunch of stuff at once using an add-on called Quick Auctions 2. It's really nice. It's good for basically if you want to sell a lot of something similar. I use it to sell glyphs by the hundreds, and it works pretty much better than anything else I've tried for that kind of purpose. So I think it would work well for selling a bunch of gems, a bunch of enchants of the similar quality. Basically you make groups and you can set price points and things like that for each group. So it's nice when you have a lot of something, you know, that works together. So let me show you how it works. You can see down here I just scanned the auction house, which is important before you sell something, obviously. And you just type QA config. And that brings up the Quick Auctions options panel here. The first thing in general, I put my banker's name. It has something to do with the auto mail system, which I don't really use that much. But the main thing I want to show you in the general panel is this is where you set like general thresholds and price points and things like that. I usually end up doing my own price points for each group because it kind of makes more sense. So this stuff is cool, but you probably want to set it for each group. Otherwise, you'll get your stuff mixed around. Basically what I did in item groups here, I just wrote in a new group called glyphs. And that's what you see down here. It just creates this little entry here. So you click this. And it's pretty easy. I mean, you just need to set some settings here, and I'll walk you through these. So all the overrides are checked here because I want these to apply just to this group. So I don't want to use the general settings. I want to use my glyph settings, these special settings. So I put override for everything. For the undercut, what this is going to do, it's going to say, if I have a glyph of conflagrate and it's listed at the auction house for 10 gold, I put undercut by 30 silver. And you can also use percentages here too, I'm pretty sure, but it's like 30 silver, 5 gold, whatever, but it's going to list mine for 30 silver below the lowest one. So it's going to undercut the person by 30 silver. Going along with that is the threshold price, and what this is going to do is say, say somebody has it listed for 4 gold and 20 silver, and I have my undercut set to 30 silver. It's just not going to list it at all because it's going to end up going below 4 gold, which is my threshold. And basically I don't want to have it go below 4 gold because I won't make any money on it then. It costs me a couple gold to, make these things. Override fallback and override fallback after, these two work together. Basically what the fallback price is if there's nothing else on the auction house, like if I'm doing a glyph of charge or something, and there's no other glyphs of charge on the auction house, this is how much it sells it for. So again, you can kind of see why you want to have everything grouped together, like glyphs together, gems together, that kind of stuff, because the fallback price isn't going to make sense for a lot of different various items working together in one group. So that's why they have this whole concept of groups. This is the thing, this fallback after. Basically what this means, I have my fallback price set to 29 gold. But if someone has something ludicrous up there, like say they have, a glyph of Unburdened Rebirth up there for 300 gold when the normal price for it is like 20 gold. I don't really want to have Quick Auctions make it 299 gold and 70 silver. I'd rather, because it's not going to sell, I mean it's unreasonable. So basically this is just a buffer. If it's too high, if it's crazy high, it's going to just fall back to my normal fallback price. Bid percent, basically this means like my buyout number is going to match this or the undercut. So like say our buyout's 10 gold. If you set bid percent to 100%, it's going to make the bid also like 9.99, which I like to do. I don't like to have my bids lower than the buyouts because it just, I don't know, it's just a personal preference I think, but that's how I roll with these. So post cap is just how many of something you're going to have on the auction house at any given time. So I set my glyphs to only have 5 at a time because I don't want to post 30 at a time. It's kind of overkill. Items per auction just means if I have 5 glyphs of Shadow Bolt, it's going to list them one at a time instead of like a stack of 5, which is pretty important for stuff like this. And then post time 48 hours. That's just the full, the option. It gives you the option, the normal options for the auction house. And that's pretty much it. After you set these settings, and you can see here, I have all this stuff in my bag right now. This is Baggin's, a great bag add-on, by the way, if anybody's used that. So I have everything in my bag, and I want to add items to this glyph group. So I've already added most of these, but it's really nice. It just lists everything in your inventory here, and if you want to add it to the group, you just click it. So click, 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 done. So basically what this means now that this is empty, everything in my bags now are part of this glyph group. So you have to make sure that you add stuff to your group or it won't, be affected. And close that out. Then you go into Auctioneer, and what it does is it puts a button under Auctions here that says Post. And so it's just basically going to automate everything at this point. So you click Post, it scans everything in your bag, and you can see it working here. Like right here, Glyph of Enduring Victory. The lowest buyout was 4 gold, and the threshold's 4 gold. So it said, okay, I'm not going to put it up there because you're not going to make money off of it. I don't have 5 of most things, so you get a lot of these cap messages where it's 5. I only have 3, so you need to restock, that kind of thing. Some of these you can see the lowest buyout is blah blah blah, threshold is blah blah blah, so it's not going to post it. Normally it's just going to say queued glyph of hamstring to be posted, so that means everything checked out well, it's good to go, it's going to post it. So it does this process for everything in the group that's in your bags. And it can take a couple minutes, but trust me when I say it's faster than like anything else I've done. And I'm going to let this run for a second because I want to see you guys I want to show you guys how it actually posts things. And what it's doing right now basically is actually like going into the auction house and looking at each glyph really quickly. So, it says Glyph of Lay on Hands. It's actually going to the auction house, see what's out there, see what the price points are, and then queuing it up if it's, applicable. And it goes pretty fast, not too bad usually. Okay, there we go. Now it starts to sell stuff, and you can see it goes pretty fast. I mean, here's my counter here. I have 354 auctions that are going up, and it sells them like 10 at a time, every couple seconds. So compared to like the Auctioneer batch posting, it's way faster, I found. And the other nice thing is the batch posting for Auctioneer, maybe I'm just not like an expert at it, but it seems like you have to tweak prices every time you do that, which can be kind of frustrating. This is way better. So here you can see there's no other auctions up for this one, so it's going to use our fallback. Several of them are doing that, it looks like, so that's good. It's always good to be the only one up there. And then other than that, you can just see the prices for everything that as it's going up. And basically you just let it post everything, let it run its course, and then just sit back and check the auction house, see if there's any more stuff you can buy or whatever you need to do, and then do that every 2 days. If you want to camp it, which a lot of people don't have time to do that. I personally don't have time to do that, so I just do this one every 2 days. But Quick Auctions does have a really nice cancellation feature too, where you can go in and let me see where that. Yeah, it's this cancel button right here. But what it'll actually do, it's like a smart cancel. It checks all your auctions, and anything that someone else has undercut you on, it will just cancel those auctions, so you can repost them again and like re-undercut the person that undercut you. So if the day trader kind of people that post on the auction house several times a day, that's really nice for that. Nice automated way to control that, and not just mass cancel everything where you can lose some of those auction deposit fees you don't want to lose. So And that about does it. It looks like my posting is almost done here. I'm just going to run back to the bank and get the rest of my glyphs and do it again, basically. But you can see, I mean, like 3 or 4 minutes of work, and it posted 350 auctions. So pretty nice stuff. You can subscribe to our videos via YouTube. We really appreciate that. Appreciate all the good feedback we've had on the forums and on the comments for YouTube. And you know, check us out at ninjacamp.com for more tutorials like this, and we'll just keep turning them out. Thanks, guys.